Hi all, welcome to episode 6 of my vlog. I am just taking a little walk around Abkhazi Gardens, which is a beautiful little garden spot that you'll see in the background that's really close to where Kayla and I live. We can actually see it from my balcony, which is really sweet. Really nice, obviously, time of the year. Everything's blossoming, blooming. It's like a little jungle hidden away in Fairfield. So if you're ever in and around the area, it's something you've definitely got to check out. Kayla and I are a couple of weeks away from our third trimester. Things are getting exciting, and I hope you enjoy this episode. Kayla's energy at the moment and pure love and motivation for this new thing, this new child growing inside her, is really a joy to behold, and all I can do is kind of get on board with that wonderful energy. And our evenings are primarily spent spooning, holding this really amazing, beautiful belly that Kayla's got. And it's kicking the crap out of her from the inside out, which, as a dad, to not have that immediate connection as Kayla would, feeling the baby move inside of her, I can feel it, I can see it moving inside, and it's really wild. I'm sure all dads can attest to this during that pregnancy period when you can actually feel the baby kicking, but honestly, it's mind-blowing. Yeah, really insane feeling to just be able to feel the limbs of this child kind of exploring the perimeter of its little nest at the moment, and seemingly actually responding to our voices, which I'm sure is just not a case. I'm sure when we're saying something like, oh, wouldn't Rupert be a really cute name, I'm sure the baby just hears as the days tick on and I really have the chance to kind of sit and think about the near future and how radical the changes are going to be. I really start to think about what type of environment do I want our child to grow up in, and I really kind of get deterred by the idea of raising our kid in a distracting, very stimulating city, that happens in a small city like Victoria, or a medium-sized city like Stockholm, or a big city like London. I find that distraction, that stimulation, to be really kind of off-putting when it comes to putting a brand new person into it. I often dream about living in a very isolated environment, kind of in the middle of nowhere, where a child can develop and experience in a more wild, organic, very natural environment, rather than growing up in a kind of like a cold, concrete city. And God, it makes me think of young kids going to school, sitting behind desks for 8 hours a day, and then falling into a model of then sitting behind desks in offices. And it really, I don't know, it really feels to me that just completely kills creativity. And I've got a bit of a responsibility about what environment does my child get to grow up in and develop in. Kayla and I have this opportunity where we can start our child's life from a place of their kind of own creation, and that will inevitably continue into their later years as our child grows up, and it's going to play a massive part into the type of person that they develop into. I remember growing up in a small town and playing outside, climbing on shit, digging stuff up, and I really enjoyed that huge element of my childhood, and I put a lot of that down to how I played, to the type of adult I am. I'm quite a creative guy. I love to play around, I love to mess about, consider myself a big kid, and I really think a lot of that has to do with the environment that I grew up in. And it was obviously a very different time in the 90s to what it is to this very stimulating place today. So I think it's a case now of, if you want that more quiet, creative, imaginative time, you've got to go and put yourself in it. But that's mainly what's been on my mind the past couple of weeks. I hope I didn't bore you with my ideologies of raising children, but it's all new ideas and new thoughts that are coming up during this time. I hope you enjoyed some of this content. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you soon.